A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Friday. It's Friday, November 1st. Happy Halloween. I am a day late and a dollar short, I guess, but wearing my... This is as close as I could get to peach. It's, to a jack-o'-lantern color. Black shirt along with a peach-colored jacket. So hopefully that you are still or not quite sick of the Halloween mood yet, and hopefully you're still having a good time thinking at least about Halloween here on this beautiful Friday, November 1st. Supposed to be nice today, not the rain like yesterday. So go out and have a big time today. See what you can do and make yourself happy. And probably might want to get out a little bit and walk off some of those Tootsie Rolls that a lot of folks ended up chewing on over the weekend. I know that I had a bunch of the little nippers coming by the house last night, and a bunch of them, and just gave away. Actually, instead of... my house is pretty cool. Dodie, my lovely wife, will she doesn't do the gigantic candy bars like some people do. Some people, they want to see the candy bars. They want the big candy bars. Well, we don't even do fun size candy bars, because if we have fun size candy bars inside the house, I'm going to have too many of those myself. So we do she did this week. She always does gumball eyeballs or eyeball gumballs. They look like eyeballs, but they are gumballs. So you just pop them. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a treat. Chew on that for about 5 or 10 minutes. Get you a nice little sugar hit. That's a good time. That's not bad. But this time we also had, she had like little Debbie cakes and stuff in there, all kinds of stuff, and gives away tattoos, little arm tattoos for the sticker tattoos the kids put on their face and arms and chests and dog and whatever they want to put the tattoos on. So hope you've had a wonderful Halloween. What else? Actually, I've got a little bit of Halloween business to talk about here today. So Halloween's not quite done. I'll get to that in just a minute. What is going on in and around your community here on Friday, November 1st, tonight? In Effingham at the VFW building, Veterans of Foreign Wars. That's on South Veterans Drive in Effingham. They will have their monthly meal. It is from 5 till 6:30 this evening at the Post on Veterans Drive. The menu is going to be, this is November now, folks. Change your calendar. It is turkey, noodles, mashed potatoes and gravy, vegetable, along with a dessert, tea or lemonade and a coffee. $8. Can you believe you get all that food for just $8? They are doing wonderful things over at the VFW Auxiliary, and that's where all the money goes, to the auxiliary. But they're just basically feeding folks. This is a wonderful deal. Go again, sup with the VFW folks. Chuck Myers, if you want more information, get a hold of him at 217-343-8313. And this is the last meal for 2024. After this one tonight, they're going to take December off and get ready for, they'll be back in January of 2025. So go to the VFW tonight, get you a good meal. What else is going on all weekend long? At the Village Square Mall there on South Banker Street, it is the Effing Con 2024. It's they bring in comic book folks, artists, as well as people who have portrayed voices in the games and stuff. There is a large crowd of folks going to be at the Effing Con 2024. It is today and tomorrow from noon to 7 o'clock. I believe it's the same time both days, but they'll tell you more at the Village Square Mall there in Effingham. What else going on here on this gorgeous Friday night? I told you, got a little bit more Halloween to talk about today. It's a Roaring Twenties Halloween party tonight. It's at the Wheat Penny there in Effingham. Step back into the Roaring Twenties for one unforgettable night at the Wheat Penny. They're transforming their cocktail bar into a Gatsby-inspired club with house beats from DJ Derek Rios, as well as specialty cocktails, and then an epic dance party. Night kicks off at 8 p.m. and they're going to bring appetizers out at 10 to keep you fired up and going, keep you fueled up. They're going to be partying until 1 a.m. at the Wheat Penny tonight, so give that all a shot. They'll also have a photographer on site. He's going to be snapping photos of all the best dressed flappers and gents. Come dressed to impress, get ready for a night of fun, as well as, of course, dancing fun, music, and dancing. $30 a ticket. That's a nice deal for all the appetizers and all that kind of entertainment. An outstanding meal. Also, they are going to be open as per normal from 3 o'clock till 7 o'clock tonight as well. Again, that's at the Wheat Penny that they're in Effingham. One other thing that I'll bring it up a little bit later if it comes up. On Friday is what was the other thing I had for Friday? Oh, I'll remember it. Saturday, though. Let's get to Saturday, November 2nd. Over at the Clay City, Sailor Springs, American Legion, starting at 7 a.m. It's their second of 2 fall meat shoots. It'll be Saturday morning, starting the breakfast is at 7. The shoot is at 10. It's also the Legion's first Saturday of the month fundraising breakfast. That's what starts at 7 a.m. As they'll be serving from 7 to 10. All you can eat pancakes, sausage, biscuits, gravy, drinks, as well with a donation at the door. Gun raffle tickets will be get you a gun, $10 a piece, 3 tickets for $25. Drawing is going to be held at noon, so you'll have an outstanding chance to win. If you want more information on that, give them a call at 508-3962. That is at the Clay City, Sailor Springs, American Legion. What's going on at 8 a.m., ladies and gentlemen? I have it right here. I'll show it to you here. That's the Saturday. It's the WNOI Crazy Christmas Radio Auction, Saturday, November 2nd at 8 a.m. Give them a call at 662-8331 to bid by phone, pay by phone, shop local from home and safe. You can see photos and details at WNOI.com. Right now, feature, who's that guest auctioneer? Ladies and gentlemen, that's little old me. I'll be over there tomorrow morning helping you through the radio auction, get you a chance to get you the good stuff as all kinds of outstanding stuff. We'll make sure that stays on camera. Is it too much if I leave it right there? You think that's too much? Yeah, that's probably a little too much. I'll just leave that right back there. How about that? That'll work. The Crazy Christmas Auction set for this Saturday, tomorrow at 8 a.m. Tune in on the radio or get their app. You might be driving to the football game tomorrow. We'll get to the football game here in a little bit. By the way, this is our weekly Take the Points show, so we're going to talk about the football here in just a little bit. But you might be driving to the football game. There might be some stuff that you want to get, and you can bid still while you're in your car. Just turn on that app, log in, go to you can either go to the web page and go listen live or put the app on your phone. Easiest thing to do. That's the thing. You put that app on your phone, you can leave it on, and then you'll be able to filter through all the items that we're putting up for bid. It's going to be a wonderful auction. And even if you're on your way up to Quincy, you'll be able to enjoy it. What else going on Saturday? Oh, this is cool. Now, what better day than to buy something on the auction, then go to the meat shoot over in Clay City and Sailor Springs, or over at the Sailor Springs American Legion, then drive over to Centralia. Centralia Slam Wrestling at 6 o'clock Saturday night. IWA Productions, along with New Genesis Wrestling, presents the Centralia Slam. It'll be at the Centralia High School. The front row seats for $15. Floor seats are just $10. Bleacher seats are $7. Doors will open at 6. Bell time at 7 o'clock. For tickets, give John Bradley a call at 292-6310. That's a 618 number. And the proceeds benefit the Central City Lions Club. Hey, if you haven't been to live local wrestling, you haven't lived, because these fellas and ladies, they are a hoot to watch. A lot of fun. You want to do that. What else is going on Saturday night? Here in Flora, or there in Flora, at the Outpost at 5:30 p.m. It'll be the Clay County Cancer Crusaders having their 70s bingo night on bingo. You know, that's the old joke. How do you make a room full of elderly people curse? Somebody yell bingo. They'll do it. It is November 2nd. Registration at 5:30. Meal starts at 6. Bingo at 7 o'clock. The meal, they're going to have a taco bar, so that'll be a good time. Come dressed in your best 1970s attire. 6-pack of cards will be $25. A 9-pack, just $35. You get 3 more cards for just $10. That's like stealing. No one under 18 will be admitted. Again, it's bingo night at the Outpost there in Flora. This one is interesting up in Kinmundy. I don't have a clue what it is. I don't know what they're doing. But up in Kinmundy, it is Chinking Day at the Log Cabin Village. Refreshments at the Kinmundy Lodge following, and chili will be served. They may need to return to Log Cabin Village for additional work. A day of fellowship with Brother Masons. Chinking Day. I don't know what chinking is. I'm not a mason, so maybe you're. I'm guessing you're cleaning up the place after last week's Halloween stuff, but I don't know that. I don't know. What else is going on down in Junction City, Illinois? It's the Junction shit. Say that 5 times fast. I almost got me right there. You almost got me. Junction City Toy Auction. The Village of Junction City holding its 4th annual toy auction with the Tolka Brothers. Doors open at 5. Refreshments available for purchase. Also going to be a 50-50 raffle. Where is Junction City? Isn't it down there near Benton or something like that? 50-50 raffle. Proceeds benefit their annual Christmas for Kids program. So that's a fun deal. Also at the Effingham Event Center on Saturday night, the Ballard Nature Center holding a fundraiser gala. They'll be celebrating their 25th annual fundraising gala. It will be at the Effingham Event Center. The special evening will feature wine and bourbon tastings, as well as raffles, a liquor pull. I know what a taffy pull is. I don't know what a liquor pull is. I guess that's when you're pulling the chits. I'm not sure. As well as exciting silent and live auctions. Don't miss out on this elegant night of support for a great cause, the Ballard Nature Center. Again, at the Effingham Event Center. Doors all open at 5:30 and dinner starts at 7 p.m. And finally, up at the Village Wine, our old friends Matt Pross, Skinny Jim Rotrammel, and Travis Beasley are all getting together to perform Music in the Round, acoustic Music in the Round, performing songs that inspired them. It's called Songs We Wish We Wrote. Volume 2. I know they did this last year, so this is Volume 2 at Village Wine at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. Lots of fun. You're going to want to do that. It's going to be fun. What else going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, this is National Cinnamon Day, November 1st every year. This is a spice that ushers in a season while being versatile all year long. What other spice flavors the holidays than cinnamon? Of course, cinnamon's quintessential warmth fills our our homes with welcoming scents like no other. For generations, cinnamon has elicited fond memories of holidays with family, sweetens apple pies, and is the base for, I like that. Look at those cinnamon sticks. Yeah, now those look, I'm not a big fan. I guess they're just making cinnamon here, making out of the big old sticks. But there's the cinnamon sticks I like. This has been cinnamon is the most purchased holiday spice over the last 5 or 6 years. So it's a wonderful way to get yourself ready for the holiday. As the holidays are coming up, you're going to use cinnamon in all the pumpkin pies. See, now the jack-o'-lantern season is over, you're going to want to make pumpkin pies. And you've got Thanksgiving coming up, so you'll use cinnamon in the pumpkin pie or in the pecan pie for certain. And then it just you want to fill the house with the cinnamon smell all December long. Who started the cinnamon as a holiday? Who else? McCormick. You see the McCormick spices in the grocery store. McCormick, of course, started Cinnamon Day. What else though is going on today? This is a good one. I like this one. National Calzone Day. If the air is resplendent with the aroma of garlic and tomato sauce on November 1st, it might just be the time to celebrate National Calzone Day, as calzones use delicious toppings of a pizza and basically throw them inside the pizza crust. It's essentially a pizza hand pie. However, you can dip it into marinara sauce and do all kinds of good things with it. I'm not certain. Actually, I like this one a little bit better than the other. Looks like a little thinner crust, but with this one, well, they've got chicken in it for one thing. Why would you put chicken in a calzone? I mean, that doesn't make a lick of sense to start with. This looks like kind of maybe a Mexican calzone, because you've got like taco toppings there and sour cream. Really? Sour cream? You're putting sour cream on your calzone? No, that's just not going to work. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I do like calzones. Minsky's Pizza founded this date 10 years ago to celebrate its 40th anniversary, as well as their passion for delicious handmade calzones. So there you go. One other event to celebrate this weekend. It is National Jersey Friday, the first Friday in November. Express your fandom with your favorite professional players' jersey on National Jersey Friday. Every weekend during the fall, football fever sweeps the nation. But those are basketball jerseys right there. On this holiday, everyone has a unique opportunity to ignite a new tradition by wearing your favorite player's jersey. I got to tell you, I think you're going to look, there's some people in football jerseys. I think you're going to look a lot less goofy at work or wherever you wear that jersey, as if you're wearing a football jersey, than you will if you're wearing a basketball jersey. Just making the suggestion, you might want to consider football over basketball in a jersey that you will wear out. Now, if you're watching a game in your own house, sure, wear the basketball. But other than that, yeah, nobody looks good in a basketball jersey unless you're a basketball player. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? Major League Baseball tonight. Now, I'm recording this on a Wednesday afternoon, so I don't know if Game 6 is necessary. But Game 6 in the World Series is tonight if it's necessary. It is the Yankees at the Dodgers. Dodgers lead 3-2. That'll be on Fox at 7:08. NBA basketball. The Magic, I got 4 games to tell you about. On ESPN, a doubleheader. Magic at the Cavaliers at 6, followed at 8:30 by the Nuggets at the Timberwolves. That's on ESPN channel 601. The Bulls will play the Nets at 6:30. That's on the Chicago Sports Network, channel 643. And the Pacers are at the Pelicans on FanDuel Network, channel 630. Football tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about it in a bit, too. Georgia State is at UConn. That's on CBS Sports Network at 6. At 6:30, it's a Big East game. South Florida at Florida Atlantic. No, it's not the Big East. That's the All-American Conference or whatever it is. And also San Diego State at Boise State. That's a big one. That's 7 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. We've got sports for you, a ton more sports. High school football, college football, pro football, all coming up for you right after these words. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. This is our weekly Take the Points edition. As you can see, the boys could not be here as we've got the crazy Christmas auction sitting in the chair over there. Yeah. See, I've got to show. I am contractually obligated to show this because my wife works there. So yeah, there. You all understand. I'm certain. And plus, you'll have a good time listening to them buying from the auction. But Weeze couldn't be here, and neither could Lucas. So it's me and you. We're going to talk some football today, folks. I warned you last week. I told you last week Cesar Valier was coming up to Flora, and they were going to take on the Flora Wolves. I told you Cesar's a good team. Cesar went into the game at 7-1 on the season. They had just lost their first game the week before to Johnston City. A good Cesar team. Flora went and handed them their hats is what happened as the Flora Wolves, look at that, beat Cesar Valier, came back from behind, I believe it was 16-6, and came back to score 2 touchdowns, scored the extra point on both of them, and knocked off Cesar Valier 22-16, moved to 6-3 on the season. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a fine year for the Flora Wolves. As hey, 6-3 is a wonderful regular season, but now they're moving on to try to do more. Here is what the bottom half of the Class 2A section looks like. The Class 2A playoffs look like in football. Now there are 32 teams in each class, so 100 and what's that make? 200. Let's see, 132 times 8, 256 teams make the playoffs over the course of all over the state. Out of about 600 teams playing football in the state, that's pretty good. Johnston City gets the number 1 seed. at 8-1, and they've got Redbud coming down there to play them. Carmi has to go on the road. They're heading up to Warrensburg Latham, and Carmi should have a good shot up at Warrensburg Latham. I think Johnson City's going to win that first game for sure. I'm not going to sit here and make predictions. Shelbyville's a tough team, a tough matchup for Pana. That one will be closer than it kind of seems. Then you have Maroa Forsyth, who's 8-1 as well, playing Decatur St. Teresa. Now Decatur St. Teresa in at 5-4. Now their 5-4 is a little different from everybody else's 5-4 because they play a very, very difficult level of competition. And I'm going to get to that here in just a second, talking about somebody else. Chester at 8-1. They're hosting Westville on Saturday. All these games are Saturday. No, there's a couple of Friday night ones up there. And then you have Quincy Notre Dame hosting Flora. Flora the Wolves will head all the way up there to western Illinois, as far western Illinois as you can get, up to and play at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. By the way, that's going to keep. I'm going to quit showing. I'm quitting showing the poster. I'm going to quit showing the poster. Other than that, right there, that's going to keep. Pat always helps us out on the auction. Pat's not going to help us out on the auction. He's going to be heading to the game to work it with Larry. So Patrick Garrett, and it'll be Larry McGrew on the call up in Quincy, Notre Dame. But you have that one, and then you have Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond at 8-1 hosting North Mac. Now, Fairfield beat North Mac last year in the first round, and then went on and lost at Greenville. I only bring all this up to show you. I showed you this, right? The Flora Wolves at 6-3. You think that's wonderful? That looks great. Do we know anything about Quincy Notre Dame? Well, we know too much about Quincy Notre Dame. They've won 8 in a row. They play the 4 different Springfield schools. Look at the size of the size of the schools, the size of the enrollment of the teams that they play. Their only loss is to Quincy Senior High School at 1,800 kids. They play Lincoln. They play Decatur Mac. They play Jacksonville. The smallest school they play is Richmond Burton, who is always a good team. They've won 8 games in a row. They score a lot of points. They have they're all I'm saying all that to say this. Flora had a great season. No, I'm just teasing. No. Flora's going up there with a chance to win. They're going up there. They're playing a team that is beatable, but Flora's going to have their hands full. So, best of luck to the Wolves. All for you. Hope you do great up there. Also, here is the Class 3A. This is where Fairfield fell. Well, you know, we cover both Fairfield and Salem. By the way, congratulations to Salem last week as well, as Salem picked up their 2nd win of the season. They make a 3rd win of the season, upsetting Charleston. Well done, Salem. This is Class 3A, although, and Fairfield will head up to Greenville. Greenville, I think, made it to the 3rd round of last year. Knocked off Fairfield in the 2nd round. I believe they were lost in the week or 2 after that. Whoever wins that game will get the winner of Nashville and Stanford Olympia. The whole thing starts up top. St. Joe Ogden, I believe they're the number 1 ranked team in the state, if not just this bottom half. Then they'll play they'll have West Frankfort heading up there. West Frankfort, not quite as long a drive as Flora has to Quincy. I'm guessing West Frankfort up to St. Joe Ogden about 3.5 hours, something like that. But that's a pretty good haul. And for that matter, Stanford Olympia is a pretty good haul down to Nashville. Then you have Benton taking on New Berlin. Benton ended up 6-3. Boy, that's a good team. They had some injuries, though. And Williamsville, always good. They've got Carlinville making the long drive up to Williamsville. That's probably about a 3-hour drive. And Monticello will play DuQuoin. Speaking of long drives, that's just about as far as West Frankfort is to St. Joe Ogden. So the southern team's heading up north. And here's what Fairfield's season ended up. They knocked off Edwards County the last week of the year, finished well on a 4-game winning streak. You gotta like that. That's gotta feel good to the Mules, as they that middle part of the schedule always gets Fairfield, or has recently gotten Fairfield. They are heading up to take on Greenville. Greenville, very stingy. They don't give up very many points. As you can see there, their only loss was the only game they gave up over 17 points when they lost to Vandalia by 1, 35-34. Vandalia ended up 8-1 as well. Pana ended up 8-1. That is a tough conference. Again, with Vernon North Mac at 6-3. And so the Comets, Fairfield's very familiar with the Comets. They played up there last year, so that might be a little bit of a motivation. Fairfield got their hats handed to them last year by the Comets. I think it was 35-12 or something like that was the final last season. But they've got, it's just like Flora. You're sitting at, you've got a chance to advance. You've got a good chance to advance. Either team has a good chance to advance. So what we want to do is wish best of luck to both the Flora Wolves and the Fairfield Mules this week as they travel for the playoffs. It's about an hour and a half for Fairfield, about 4.5 for Flora. Good luck to both of you, and everybody come home healthy. That's for sure. We're going to talk college football after this, right after these words.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mud hole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it. Cowlick messing with me a little bit today. Y'all have am I the only one that has a cowlick? I mean, I got like 2 or 3 of them. It's very strange. I feel like Abraham Lincoln, the way my hair settles down or does not settle down. So yeah, the cowlick doing a little bit of business today. Oh well. Welcome back, folks. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's our weekly Take the Points show as we come to you with all kinds of different information about sports world. We haven't really talked much about basketball yet. Pro basketball, I'm not a big fan of it to start with, but I mean, it really, to me, it doesn't start until they're 15 or 20 games into the season at Christmas. I mean, that's basically right now. I mean, if you've got guys who aren't playing. Joel Embiid sat out on the opening night of the season. You got guys who aren't playing opening night. What's the point of paying them to play basketball, for crying out loud? You're getting paid to play. That's neither here nor there. I shouldn't have started in. Haven't talked much about hockey either. Hockey's having fun. The Blues are 5-5 so far, so they have 10 points. Haven't had any ties yet, but they've had a couple of overtime games, so they've picked up 10 or 12 points. And but they got beat Tuesday night 8-1. So that's no fun. Who wants to talk about a team losing a game 8-1? But it's always fun talking college football. It doesn't get old talking college football. As even though my Illini went out to Oregon last week, and things did not turn out swimmingly for Illinois, but they came home relatively healthy, so that's good. That's a good thing. Let's just take a look at the AP Top 25. Oregon heads to Michigan this week, and they will. That's an afternoon game, so they'll be on the national television there. You've got Georgia. I think they were off last week, so they head down to. They're heading to Tallahassee. They aren't going all the way to Gainesville. They'll go to Tallahassee. That's the world's largest cocktail party. And did you know? I found out this last weekend. Even though they about 10 years ago, or 5, maybe not even that long ago, college campuses started selling beer at games. You know, the only two teams the only two schools in the SEC that do not sell beer at games, right there. Georgia versus Florida, and that's why they play this game in Tallahassee instead of Gainesville or Athens, because you can have beer at the games in Tallahassee, the world's largest cocktail party. That's what it's called. That's going to be a sizable game, but the biggest game of the day this weekend is Penn State versus Ohio State. The Buckeyes traveling to Happy Valley to try to make it an unhappy valley for the undefeated Penn State Nittany Lions, and having been to Happy Valley, it was very unhappy for me the time that I went there. As they knocked the tar out of Illinois when I was there. That's a tough spot for anybody to play, and we'll get to this a little bit more when we talk about the bracket and how a loss for Ohio State might really, really hurt them. The undefeated Duke Blue Devil, undefeated Miami Hurricanes have Duke coming in at noon or 11 o'clock on Saturday. And they moved up a little bit while Texas fell. Texas didn't even lose. They had a close game, though, and almost lost to, I can't remember. But, yeah, they had a closer game than they should have had. Here's page 2. Notre Dame moved up 4 after their blowout win of Navy. Might be too big of a reaction if you ask me, but nobody's asking me. And then you have BYU moving up. They had a nice win on last Friday night, right? On Saturday afternoon. As then Texas A&M with the big win of the day. They had a nice one over Tennessee, right? No, not over Tennessee. I can't remember. Texas A&M had a nice win over LSU. That's who they beat, LSU on Saturday. And then you have Clemson and Iowa State tied up. We'll hear their names again here in just a moment. You've got look at the Indiana Hoosiers, 8-0. The first time Indiana has ever gone 8-0 anytime. The first time in the last 75 years is their best record. It's only the second time they've won 8 games in a season in the last 75 years. Whew, and I thought we had it rough at Illinois, but Indiana is having a good season so far. They're amongst the crew possible to get into the playoffs. So we'll see. Looking farther on down the list, you've got Boise State. They play tonight against San Diego State. There's the LSU big drop after having lost to Texas A&M. Ole Miss dropped as they had a closer game than expected. I think they only won by 3, right? And then you have Kansas State fell a little bit. Moving up, SMU and Army. Army didn't even play, and they move up 2 slots. I love Army. I'm not on them this week. Well, I am and I'm not. I'm not on them on the show. I am in real life. Let's put it that way. And then the bottom of the crew, bottom of the top 25, Illinois in the top 25 for the 7th week in a row. Even though they lost out at Oregon, they remained in the top 25. It's the first time in 25 years they've been in the top 25 for 7 weeks in a season. So I shouldn't say anything bad about Indiana. This is 3 teams going in different directions as Illinois and Missouri. They lost last week. Missouri got killed by Alabama. Colorado playing real well right now. Colorado is, a lot of folks are having to eat their words about Deion Sanders' ability to coach at the college football level. Ladies and gentlemen, he can coach. He does a nice job. Let's take a look at what the brackets, what all those numbers mean for the big bracket that they have set up. Here is what the college football playoff picture would currently be if that AP current thing was used. So Brigham Young would be in the top. They'd be get the bye since they would win the Big 12. You would have they figured Georgia winning the SEC with being the highest SEC pick, as well as Miami being the highest ACC pick, and Oregon winning the Big 10. It gets a little trickier when you have to put in number 5, Penn State, and number 6, Ohio State. You got a couple of Big Ten teams, and those games would be at the home campuses of those different schools. Tennessee would be hosting Notre Dame. Folks, that would be a ball. That'd be a lot of fun. And then Texas and Texas A&M. There is the possibility Texas and Texas A&M might play each other 3 times in a row, as there's still a good opportunity for Texas Texas A&M is undefeated in the conference. Texas has 1 loss overall, and it was in the conference. They might play each other. They play each other the final week of the regular season, Thanksgiving weekend. I think it might be Thanksgiving night or the next day. They play each other Thanksgiving weekend. They might play each other in the conference championship game the next week, the SEC championship game. And then if it depends on how this all works out, they might play each other again 3 weeks in a row, depending on how the playoff picture shakes out. Now, this is going to shake out quite a bit because Ohio State's playing Penn State this weekend. You still have a lot of teams in this diagram still to play each other. Georgia beat Texas. You've got you'd probably have Georgia playing. You might have Georgia playing A&M. You've got Clemson will probably play University of Miami in the ACC championship. So all this stuff is going to change. The cool part, you have the Boise State. If Boise State keeps winning, they're in. That's the rule. They're going to be in if they keep winning, and they're playing well right now. So what are we doing this weekend? What are the wagers that our group is taking? We were 4 out of 8 last weekend, by the way, as we had had a solid week in high school and college, or probably in college and pro football. Actually, pro football we were 7-1. I'll get to pro football here in just a few minutes. But in college football, 4-4. Didn't hit any of the upsets though. Super dogs. That's a throw a shot in the dark a lot of times anyway. What are we doing this weekend? Well, what's Weeze doing? Weeze has South Carolina +3. I forgot who they're playing. He's got Penn State, Ohio State under 46.5. And I played that bet as well. I've got them under 45.5. So good number there for Weeze. His super dog, he's got UCLA knocking off Nebraska. And I have that one just the opposite. I have the Nebraska covering 6.5 against UCLA. UCLA traveling up to Lincoln. UCLA's not that good to start with. That's a big ask of UCLA. My second game is Iowa State. I've got them covering 13.5 versus Texas Tech. That's going to be in Iowa State. That's going to be in Ames. So Iowa State plays well at home. They're a good team. They're on a roll right now. I love Iowa State, even though I'm giving up almost two touchdowns. I've got Michigan State knocking off IU for my super dog. Why am I doing that? Well, I think IU they've been riding a nice run. They're on their second string quarterback right now. Their starter got hurt. Maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't. Nobody knows. We'll see. But I'm taking Michigan State at Michigan State to beat Indiana. And it's a 7.5-point dog, so that's a good one. Jamie, he has Vanderbilt at Auburn. Vanderbilt is a 6.5-point underdog. He's taking Vandy. He's also taking the over on Michigan State and IU. That is 51 points. If it gets 51 points, IU's winning. So he's betting on IU winning. I don't think it'll get to 51 points. That's why I'm taking Michigan State. Also, his super dog, he's got Arkansas 7-point underdog at Ole Miss. No. Yeah, that is at Ole Miss, right? Yeah, versus Ole Miss. So that's at Arkansas. That's a tough trip for Ole Miss. That's a tough trip. Lucas has Army plus 22.5 or minus 22.5 versus Air Force. Air Force is bad this year. That happened out of nowhere. Air Force just got terrible. I don't know how it happened. It happened. Air Force is bad. I bet that one as well. I'm with him on that one. He's got Wisconsin, the underdog, getting 3.5 points at Iowa. I hesitate to bet against Iowa at home when it comes to anything, football or basketball, either way. His super dog is Pitt. Pitt is 7.5 at SMU. I love it. Good chance for that. So yeah, there's what the college football looks like. By the way, before I had one other person request that I talk about this, and I figure I better talk about it now. Rookie of the year in the NFL. I'm gonna show you this right now because I don't have time or enough slots to show you later. I have been given a tip. Even though Jaden Daniels is 1 to 5 to win it, my tip is the tip that I was given. Watch out for Bo Nix. He's got better numbers than Jaden Daniels, and Jaden Daniels is going to get hurt. So at 15 to 1, my tipster, my anonymous tipster says, think real hard, think really, really hard about Bo Nix at 15 to 1. It was 25 when he told me, but I didn't think hard enough about it. I should have. You're watching Big Talk. We'll be back talking NFL right after this. Stick around.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory at Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, talking about the football this weekend, playoff football. Again, good luck to the Flora Wolves and the Fairfield Mules playing their playoff first round matchups. Flora heading up to Quincy, and Fairfield heading up and over to Greenville. So good luck to both those squads. And also, congratulations on a nice win last Friday night to Salem as they knocked off Charleston. Well done. Finished up their season. They're starting to get the basketballs out right now. NFL this week. How about, I got to tell you, Sunday afternoon, late afternoon, I was watching football, as I tend to do, but I was only half watching it. My wife doesn't much care for football, so whenever I'm watching it, I keep an eye on other things. But it was getting to the end of the game, and it was a close ball game between the Bears and the Commanders of Washington, formerly the Redskins, now the Commanders. And the Bears... this was the weirdest game you ever saw. The Bears were coming back, right? The Bears came back, and they had scored. They cut it to a 6-point game or 5-point game. It was 5-point game, 12-7. And they had the football at the 4th and goal on the 1-yard line, and they handed it to a lineman to try to take into the end zone. If you're a Bears fan, you just got to be covering your face. Oh, let me cover my head, cover my face for Lucas. Since Lucas, here's let's just let you take a look. Yeah, there's Lucas covering his face right there. Just imagine him there covering his face. He's in shame and shock. So he fumbled. It was a Illini lineman fumbled it to an Illini defensive lineman for the Commanders. So. 4 minutes to go in the game. Is there the Commanders can run it out? They don't. The Bears get the ball back. They go all the way downfield. They score with about 45 seconds to go, or some crazy. No, not even that. 20 seconds to go. And they go up. I believe they go for 2. They're up by 3 points, 15-12. Late in the game, 20 seconds to go. Enough time for basically 2 plays. All right, they throw the first play. The guy catches it undefended, 15 yards downfield, puts it at the 45-yard line, makes it a 55, 65-yard toss to the end zone. Undefended. Okay. And he did that. The Bears decide to only rush 3. And so quarterback for the Commanders, Jaden Daniels, I just pointed out in the rookie page, basically just jogs around, waiting for somebody to maybe come open or to get himself lined up to make the throw. He's got hurt ribs. He can't throw it. He basically threw it as far as he could right now. He's hurt. He threw it 65 yards in the air. The Bears defenders are taught, knock it down. Knock it down. They didn't knock it down. They tipped it up into the back of the end zone where it was caught for a touchdown. I'm telling you all that to tell you this. One of my friends is well, you know him, Marty David, gigantic Bears fan. And a text thread, there are about 15 of us are on, all of us at the same time. And there were people apparently watching this game that I weren't expecting, because there were like half a dozen people at the same time got on the text thread and said, oh no, we've been doing wellness checks. I'm saying all that to tell you just never know in the NFL. And we went 7-1 last week. Woo-hoo! We're doing pretty good. Who lost one? Who missed it? Well, who else? Me. Here's what the AFC looks like. You've got the Bills at 6-2, Steelers at 6-2, Texans at 6-2, and the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. How about that? The Chiefs 7-0. They've already had their bye week. Pittsburgh, by the way, having a bye week this week. Yeah, Pittsburgh and San Francisco. The Chiefs have already had their bye week, and they've got I can't remember who they have coming in. I'll tell you here in a minute. And there's what the AFC looks like. Here's the NFC. As the Commanders went to 6-2, they still have a bye coming up. The Bears would have been 5-2, tied with Minnesota, other than that unbelievable play at the end of the game. So they are 4-3 now. They're still probably in a playoff spot. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they wouldn't be in a playoff spot right now. Yeah, they're out of the playoffs if the season ends today. Well, but it doesn't. So you've got the Lions leading, the Commanders leading, the Falcons leading, the Cardinals and the Cardinals, Seahawks, and Niners all 4-4. The Rams 3-4. Who knows who's going to come out of the West? That is just a wild and crazy matchup set to go there. So the NFL never disappoints, folks, does it? It's just really it's a different story every week. Just change the players. Unbelievable. What are we doing in the NFL here? Weeze is picking the Colts over the Vikings. He's getting 6 points for the Colts. It's moved to 5 now, but he's getting 6. He's also taking Chargers and Browns over 42. How about those Browns? Jameis Winston comes in to play quarterback. Who needs Deshaun Watson as Winston leads the Browns to a win? Hey, I think I had that one. Yeah, I had that one. That was mine. I'm taking I'm sticking with the Commanders. I'm taking the Commanders minus 3.5 at New York. New York's got offensive problems. I think this line ought to be higher than that, but they've already played earlier this season, and it is a division game on the road. It might be silly that I'm taking the Commanders on the road as a favorite. I like the Commanders. They're fun to watch. I'm also taking Tampa Bay. That's who's playing the Chiefs on Monday night. I've got Tampa plus 8.5. I'm getting 2 scores for Tampa. Chiefs always keep everybody close, so they don't go way out and blow people out. Jamie, he's got the Bills minus 6 versus the Dolphins. Minus 5. Is that a 5 or a 6? Can't tell. And he's got Falcons over the Cowboys, or Falcons and Cowboys over 52.5. It is Lucas taking the Rams. The Rams are at Seattle minus 1.5, and he's also got Cincinnati versus the LA Raiders. Cincinnati minus 7.5 versus the Raiders. Here is what it looks like. Take a look over there at the far right side. You'll be able to see what all everybody is doing in the NFL. As I don't know, I'm not certain about either of those NFL picks, but heck, it's gambling, so I mean you can't be certain, can you? Hey, folks. And also volleyball regionals this week. Good luck on the regionals, everybody. Good luck in the sectionals next week. We'll talk about that then. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much. We'll see you on Big Talk next week. Everybody, go out and have a great weekend.